Tim sat at his desk as usual. He'd been in the same job for 12 years. No promotions, just a cog in the wheel. He'd been okay with that. He didn't socialize much, but he didn't need to. He had a family waiting for him at home that he adored. Well, he used to have. You see, 2 months ago, his wife and 2 daughters were killed in a tragic car accident, leaving Tim isolated in this lonely world. Friends were there for him. They tried to do what they could, but after a while, they slowly started to live their own lives and drift away from Tim. Tim had never felt this depressed. He had counseling, took antidepressants, but he couldn't shake this feeling. He couldn't move on with his life. It was raining outside. It was a typical Monday. Rainy days and Mondays always made him sad. He wanted to quit, not just his job, but life. Nothing seemed to fit anymore. He was just hanging around in life with no purpose. Tim left work at 5 p.m. as usual and walked across the river bridge on his way home from work. He just couldn't shake his depression. He felt he didn't belong, just walking around like a lonely cloud. He didn't want to live in this life anymore without his wife and daughters. He was going to join them. Then he could be happy. Tim climbed over the bridge railings and got ready to jump. He said one last prayer before releasing the railings. Then, nothing, but he wasn't falling. Someone had grabbed his arm and was pulling him back over the railings. It all happened so fast, Tim didn't know what was going on. Next thing he realized, he was lying on top of this total stranger who had just pulled him back from the brink and saved his life. Tim looked at the stranger and couldn't believe what he saw. It was his wife. But how was it really? No. Tim is delirious. It wasn't her. It wasn't even a woman. It was a man who said to Tim, "Nothing is ever that bad." Tim looked him astonished. That is exactly what his wife would say to him. Maybe in some way it was her, still looking out for him.